Hello all, welcome back to the channel. We are in our SQL Bootcamp series, and so far we have covered how to create a database, how to use a database, how to alter database. Let's say we saw the example of changing name of the database, right? And multiple operations on database, right? The next thing we learned was how to create a table, how to use a table, how to apply constraints on table, and then various operations on table, right? Next we learned how to insert data into table, and then next we learned how to fetch data from table using select statement. Then next we learned where clause, how to apply it, how to filter data row set, right? The next thing we learned was the group by clause, where we saw how the data can be summarized using by clause, right? Okay, so as I promised, this bootcamp session is going to be practical based session. So now the next video, in this video we are going to cover a kind of mini project which is like based on real-time scenarios. If you're going to work in any data industry or data analytics project, data engineering project, you're going to do same task, right? So I have curated a kind of data set using which I'm going to show that, right? Okay, so today, apart from that, you're also going to learn one new thing which is here, right? So we have come to this SQL Server tool, and we have this data set with us, right? Salesperson, geography, product, amount, units, cost per unit, cost, and all these fields are there, right? This is a Excel file which has around 301 records. So 300 records and one column, right? We need to analyze this data, correct? So before we do analysis, we need to load this to SQL Server, right, where we can perform certain actions. Okay, and before that, since it is again a real-time use case, so I'll do everything from scratch. So I'm going to create a database. So command is create database and database name. So let's say I give a name is use cases case. Okay. Okay. I created this database. So this step is to create database, create a DB. Okay. Use DB, use DB. So for that, what command? Use database name. Okay. Use case. We want to use this database. Right now it is on master database, right? Which is system database, but we want to use this one. So let's trigger this one. Now we are inside this, correct? Next thing, now we have to bring this database to in here, right? So for that, basically we don't need to create a table. It will, like, by default, while doing this data load, it will create that structure. Okay, let's see how we do that. Okay, we came here, expanded, we came here on clicked on our use case database base which we just created. Right click, go on tasks, and here you see this option, import data. Click on that. Okay, click next. What is the source? Our source is Microsoft Excel, so you'll find that in list. Then click on browse option. Okay, and where I have stored the data, stored here, this chocolate portfolio project, right? Click open and click next. Okay, so now it is asking what is your destination, where you want to put it. So our destination is going to be SQL Server. So for that, come down the list and you will find this option, SQL Server Native Client 11.0. Okay, select that. And by default, it has selected our server, right? If not, you have to put the server name where you are going to put the data, correct? By default, it has selected the use case also, the database. But if not, you have to do that. Then click next. Okay, very easy step, right? What is your intention? You want to copy the data, right? So click next. Okay, here this is the Excel from where we are getting the data, and this is where it will be going. So this is where you have opportunity to name the table based on your requirement, right? So let's say I want to name it like mini underscore project, mini project, right? And then click next. We want to run it immediately, right? If you want to create a package for that different concept, right? SSIS package and all, this is a ETL tool. This is what we are not going to do right now. We are going to load it immediately. Click next and click on finish. You'll see all these steps passed, validation passed, and 300 record loaded. Correct? Just close this. Now our data is loaded. Okay, you can see that. So what name we gave to our table? That was select star from mini underscore project. Mini project. Just run this one. Okay, our data is here, right? Clean and clear. This is how we were seeing in the data set. So what you learned so far, how to create a database, how to use a database. Now here we are not going to learn how to create a table, because we learned new thing, how to import data from Excel to SQL Server, right? So for that we went here, right clicked on the taskbar, then import data, and then selected Excel option. From there we selected all the destination option, and data is here. Correct? Okay. Now we are going to perform our data analysis on this. Okay. Okay. Cool. So let's say, okay. So let's say we want to see list here. If you see, this first column is salesperson, right? Various names, like names are repeating. So we just want to see how many distinct salespersons are there. How do we find that? The first requirement is find name of distinct salesperson. Okay, how do we do that? Quickly select from this table here, and distinct what? Sales person. Okay, now if we run this, it will throw error. Let's see what is that. Okay, the invalid column name. So we have given salesperson, but it is taking invalid. What happens if it is like separated by space? We need to give bracket. Okay, square bracket. If we give that, it will take the name properly. Okay, run this. We found list of distinct salesperson. Correct. So in total, we have 10 persons, right? Okay, so this is one. Now let's say on similar trend, we want to see distinct geographies, right? So question will be find distinct geography. Okay, so same code here. What we need to put is, instead of salesperson, geo geography. I think this is the spelling in the table. Okay, yeah. So distinct geography are India, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and USA. Total 6. Okay, and trust me, guys, this is going to be real-time project, right? When you go to project, you're given a new data set. This is how you're going to explore it before you really getting insights from that, right? So don't think it is like waste of time. Okay, basic concepts, but you're learning things, right? Okay, so now let's say on similar trend, find list of products. Find list of products. So again, same, we'll copy this, paste here, and products, products. I think this is the field name, invalid. Okay, let me see what is the field name. Field name is product, not S. Okay, my bad. Okay, so okay, so this is a longer list, 22 products in total. We have 50% dark chocolate, 70%, 80, 95, 99%. After nines, all these products are there, milk bar and all those things. Okay, now this is done. Now, okay, one more thing. In SQL Server, if you want to see like list of columns, right? What do we do? Alt Fn and F1. If you press that, you will get list of columns. So what did I press? Fn, Alt, and along with this F1 command. So if I click on this, if I select the table name and press all those command, you get list of columns along with their all the structure and how much length, everything, right? All these data. So now if you see these all columns are there, amount, unit, everything. So let's say next thing we want to know is highest and lowest amount. Let's say find highest and lowest amounts. Okay. So how do we find that? Select from table, from what? From mini underscore project. What do we select? Highest. That means max of amount. Max of amount, right? I think this is the field name. Yes. So max of amount is what? $98. Okay. And what is the minimum of amount? Minimum of amount $0. Okay. Let's see once. Let me verify. Is it correct? Amount. Okay. Why do I think it is not correct? There seems to be some issue. Dollar amount. Okay. Might be some data load issue. Okay. Let's try same thing on unit. Min of units 0 and max of unit 525. Okay. Okay. So that verification thing we'll do later, but for now, just learn how do we do that. Okay. So find highest and lowest amount. So what did we do? Highest is max amount and lowest is min amount. Amount and same thing we do for min of amount, right? Min of amount, we get the output. Okay. Okay. So next, let's say we are supposed to find sum of all the amounts. How much is amount in total? Okay. Find sum of amount. How do we find that? Select from mini underscore project, and then what do we found? Sum of amount. Let's see. What do we get? Sum of amount. And data type are invalid. Sum operator. Okay, now I got it. So while loading, it has loaded it as varchar, and that's why it is giving error. Okay, I didn't notice that. Let me see. Alt F1. Okay, okay, it is taken as varchar. Okay, no worries. So that is data load issue. I'll see that like later. But for now, okay. So what I noticed is cost is proper. So let's see all this measure for cost instead. Cost and cost. Let's see min max for cost. How does it come? Okay, this seems to be good correct numbers. And sum of cost here also. So we are going to see cost price for all the items listed in here. That is around this much. Okay. So let's give a comma column name as cost total. Now you'll get this name. Correct. Cost total. Correct. Okay. Similarly, if you want to see find sum of units. So same this query. Okay. And I'll replace with units. If I run this in total 45.66k total units. Again, this also total units. Okay. Let's run this one. Okay. Fine. Now coming to group by and going to do a kind of reporting. Okay. So once again, let me go and define you what is the problem statement. Okay. So let's say the report which you need to generate is like by each salesperson, how many units has been sold and how much cost is associated with all those units sold, right? So how do we do that? Select from any underscore project, and here what do we type? Sum of all the units sold as units, comma, sum of cost associated with all those units as cost, and then we select sales salesperson as I already explained. Since it is two-part name, so just put square bracket. Okay, and then put a group by what? Salesperson, because we are applying aggregate function, so we'll have to do this. Now run this one. Okay, so we have a list of like salesperson and how much unit this salesperson sold in total, how much cost associated with all these units sold, and for all this detail for all these salesperson. Correct. This is one report, real-time report, which you might be asked, right? Now, let's say sales report for total units and cost of total units by salesperson. Okay, so this is the report you are asked to prepare. Okay, now next question might be units and associated cost by region. Region means geography. Geography. So same thing. What do we do is we take this one, place here. Instead of salesperson, we take geography and place that here. So we have a report, another report where number of units sold and cost associated by geography. Okay. So in India, we sold 8760 units and cost associated with this. For UK, this is the detail, and USA, this is the detail. Okay. Mhm. So now let's say we also want to see how we can implement having in this, right? So let's say same report, but this time what they said is this units, then 9,000, 9,000. Okay. So we take this data set, okay, and apply having, because if we have to apply filter on the groups, we apply having, right? Having, having what? Sum of units greater than 9,000. Okay, let's run this one. Only one geography where unit sold is greater than 10k. Okay, but yeah, we got to know that in this report. Correct. Now let's say this same report, which is separately on geography and salesperson separately, we want to merge this report. We want to see sum of units sold and cost associated by geography and by salesperson. What do we do that? There, question is here, unit by geo and sell person. Okay, so same we take this only. Okay. Since this is not required, we'll remove this one. Here, geography is already there. We also introduce sales person. Okay, here in the grouping, and same thing, the group by statement, we give a comma and put another. Okay, okay. We already copied one comma. Now, if we run this, you see the magic. Okay, I didn't expect this salesperson. What is the name? I forget the salesperson. Oh, I think space is more here. Here as well. Yeah, now it's fine. Let's run this one. Yeah, you see the report, right? In Australia, this is the salesperson and this many units he has sold. And like this, you find the output. Correct? So this is real-time report you will find and you'll have to prepare. Now you must be thinking why this bugger is not giving example on where. So let's see example on that as well. So for that, let me copy one name, go to the query, and here what I'm asked is get report for all the person except this person, the name which he copied. Control Z. Okay, so this report for all the person except this person. Correct. So if I have to filter data, raw data, we apply fair on base data, right? Where wrong name, where salesperson equals to, and what is the name? Name is bar foggy. Okay, paste here. So this sale report for everyone is not, oh, okay, not equals to. Let's run this one. I think this symbol must work. Yeah, yeah. We have this report for everyone except that person, right? Okay. So we have used our entire knowledge. Let me brief once again. Created the database, used the database. Instead of creating a table, what we did is we just imported the data from raw data. Okay. And then we selected all the column, and then we started with our uh, data question, exploratory data analysis, or report, right? So where we have to find name of distinct salesperson, then name of distinct geography, name of distinct product, okay, then highest and lowest cost. Here it should be cost, okay, and then find sum of like cost, okay, then we find sum of units, total units, then we created like mini reports, okay, based on this data, and this is going to happen in real time project as well, right? So what we found here, total units and total cost associated by salesperson, right? So grouping by salesperson, then same thing by region, so same grouping by region, and then applying having on that, and then we grouped by both geography and salesperson, and then we applied filter before grouping, right? Okay, so this is where we complete our mini project. See you in next session. Thank you.